How's it going, guys? My name is StixzMC and welcome to another video from me. Today we are back on Minecraft and we are in Flowville. We are going to do a plot review. Well, it's not really a plot review, it's more like just sort of a house review. Have a look at this Flowville house a guy named TechHound33 has built, and he calls it the Modern Manor. And here it is. I'll just give you a quick spin round these mass of the whole building. It's a massive mansion, this one. Very, very cool looking. So here it is from bird's eye view. It's absolutely huge, this thing. Looks like it's got quite an extensive amount of garden as well as mansion in of itself. Very, very good wall design as well. So let's go ahead and get on in here and start looking at his stuff. It looks like he's done quite a good job at this from my first initial sort of look at it. So let's cruise on down here. First thing that we have is a car. Obviously this must be his daily driver car, because it's on the driveway. It's ready to go, all out and ready to go. This is one of Zarius HD's cars. Just a quick shout out to Zarius. He is an absolutely awesome guy and a good friend of mine. Great at building cars. You should go check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description for all of your car needs when it comes to Minecraft. He designs some pretty amazing things, guys. Make sure you go check him out. So let's go on over here. Looks like we come into a garage first up, where he has a motorbike, it would look like here, and another smaller convertible sort of one-seater car as well. Also, it would seem to be designed by Zarius HD, as you can slowly see there. So yeah, some good detail in here. You got your toolbox. Obviously, I like what is done with the item frames and the use of the signs and whatnot in the item frame. Done a real good job there. Gives a good effect. And got a nice little shelf up here as well. Can keep stuff up on. And he's left a sign: to open front gate, press V. Press once. Oh, okay. So he must mean press the actual sign, unless there was a button there. Oh well. Before we even go on into the house, I think we'll just cruise around the garden first, since we're out here. Just with what he's got going here, he's got some good use of bamboo here. Creates a nice separation between the two drives. Really good. Some good little details here. I mean, it's always the small things that can really make a build pop. And it's really good to see the amount of time and effort just to, even put this carpet in, to just give that one extra level of depth going around the perimeter of the front of the building. And the use of grass and the different sized plants. That's a large fern there, and he's got your small flowers in between and your smaller modern looking trees and whatnot. But anyway, we'll cruise on over here through this section of the garden and sort of ring our way around the back and over back to that side before we go on into the house. So here we have, we'll just go on up here. Looks like it's a pathway going through this massive garden. Got a little light post, obviously, if it's night time. Keep the light on the lawn. Got a nice little sitting area. You can look at the trees and whatnot. Very, very nice. Nice tree here. Keep on cruising up here, and you got a good small lake here. Good use of cobblestone, and really, really well done. This flows on all the way down into a small pool down here. A little bridge crossing over it. Good use of carpet here to add an extra level of depth, if you can see that. One thing I will suggest to this guy is maybe with his trees. I mean, they're good, and I'm no person to be judging trees. I can't build trees for crap, but they look very, very default Minecraft. Maybe just add a few things just to sort of make them pop a little bit more, because they look very, very bricky, very block and tensed up. You know, if you want to draw inspiration for trees, go and look at people's plots, like BD Powell's plots on the Lord Dakar server. He builds amazing trees. Just go and look for inspiration. I can see up here he's added a couple more bits of depth up here, but you know, even using the metadators for cobblestone wall to add just those effects of smaller branches could really make a tree pop a little bit more than that. But yeah, that they're still good. I mean, they still fit really quite nicely with the garden, so I'm not complaining. Keep on cruising down here. Got a couple more chairs for sitting area. Really quite a large amount of trees in this garden. This would be a heck of a killer to mow every 2 weeks. Anyway, we'll cruise on down here. This is what we saw earlier, just a little pool area that that river flows into. A little chair to sit down. Cruise on around here. Got what looks to be a small barbecue, I think, maybe? Not really too sure. I'll have to double check what that is. It's either some kind of just like a bench table, or if there was fire there, maybe it could have been a barbecue, but I'm not particularly too sure. Anyway, we'll cruise on down here, and I think we're back around to the front of the building. And also I'll mention now, good use of depth when it comes to the surroundings of this building. You got your first layer of depth, which is the windows. And he hasn't used full blocks of glass. He's used, not only has he used glass panels, but he's used different shades of glass as well to add even more color to really bring out this window on. Also hitting that on a grey stone surface. That is his first level of depth, and then he has the wood, and then he has what looks to be quartz, and then more wood. So he's got 3 levels of depth there. Really good. Really makes it pop. Anyway, we'll cruise on down here to and what looks to be another pool. Yep, another little pool or spa. Really nice. Another sort of little smaller tree overhanging it. Although it's interesting to see that it's planted in water. I don't really know how that works, but oh well. Cruise on up here, and it's just more of the garden leading around to the front, it would seem. So with that garden is very large, and I can see being a heck of a fun time to keep maintained, that's for sure. Ooh, what's this? This is like a small little alcove area. It's got bamboo here. Sort of like a cross between the two areas and another way of getting into the house. But we'll come back to here because I've got to go through the house still. So we'll cruise on down here, and we've got here's the barbecue. Here's the beast. It's got a barbecue overlooking another smaller pool here. Not quite deep, these pools. I will make that suggestion of maybe making the pools. I generally keep the rule of keeping them at least 3 to 4 blocks deep. That is pretty deep, but that is also saying, in saying that, I build quite large pools when I build pools. I don't build them this small. So yeah, just maybe keep that in mind if you ever build bigger pools. Build them, 3 or 4 blocks deep, so that they are really, actually how you would. Because if you think about it in real life, if you jump in a pool in real life, you've got a substantial bit of water above you when you're down in the deep end of the pool. But anyway, let's go on in here, and the first thing that I notice when I walk into this building is the chandelier. Great design, very modern looking, works really well, flows nicely. That and the giant rug. So yeah, really good use of coloured matte on the giant rug, and I can see it continues this all throughout the house. When you got this rug here, and then it leads to that, and then that one, and then all the way over there, and he just keeps that same red, black, grey sort of theme running all throughout this side of the house. So we'll cruise on down here knowing that, this is what I like to see. Good use of fern sitting here. I like to see that. For those of you who don't get that, that's sort of a running joke between myself and Zarius. I always judge a modern plot by how many ferns there are in it. I don't know why, that's just sort of what's happened now. I think it was some sort of a joke with Zarius on one of his plots, and now that's what I look for in plots. Keep that in mind if you ever build a modern plot and you have me reviewing it. But anyway, so it looks like we've got a nice TV here. It's got a nice, scenery channel on there. Good HD screen here. Obviously a chest to keep all your DVDs and whatnot in it. Cruise on around here, and you got a small other desk with a painting behind it. Something to write with. Cruise on through here. We've got ourselves what looks to be a bathroom with no door, but bathroom nonetheless. So you got your sink here, another really good use of sign and item frame here. I don't know why he's got a head there. He might have been going for like a mirror effect, but I don't know, especially with my character that doesn't really mirror my face. Yeah, and you need to water your plant, buddy. That's not very acceptable. But anyway, we'll move on through here. Yeah, nice bathroom design apart from, a bit of randomness sort of here and there, but good flowing bathroom. I really like how he's kept the ceilings high. That's a very good sign. Hate walking through buildings that are only like 2-3 blocks tall, because it's just not enough. Really isn't. So yeah, we got a nice painting here, good filler. I don't know why there's a button there. That's very weird. Oh well, I'm not gonna break it just in case he has it there for some reason that I don't know about. But we'll move along. Let's continue the rug design. We just changed it up a little bit here. Instead of using grey now, it's got white predominance. So yeah, we got a little hallway area here, and this leads into the garage. So that was the right side of the house. Very, very nice looking, very, very flowing. And I just noticed this. Who would build their bathroom in front of a window looking out to the world? You never know what kind of neighbours you're going to have. So I got to sort of mark him down a little bit there. I think from a realistic point of view in an actual house, I don't think anybody is going to build their bathroom with the toilet in it in front of a giant glass window looking out to the world, especially to like the front lawn. So yeah, in terms of realism, that's a markdown, I think, in terms of realism. But no matter, we'll cruise on through here down to the kitchen, which is very nice looking. Like his fridge. Ooh, it's one of those fridges with the ice dispensers on it. Great job. Hadn't thought of that. That's good use of item frame. So yeah, how this would work is you'd pull a lever or press a button or something, and ice would shoot out. So yeah, good thinking, man. That is good thinking. And yeah, you got your stove here and your sink here where you'd wash your dishes and whatnot. Also a little shelf here. We'll keep on cruising around. Here's another table. You've only got one seat though. Granted, it's a good looking seat. Very good looking. Nice and big, and it's at the head of the table, and you got a fern down here. That's good as well. But again, in terms of realism, for one thing, this is one block, not even at the center of gravity of the table, holding up the whole table. And you've only got one chair here, so you must be a bachelor then, or just, living alone, because, yeah, what's good what good is one chair to a family of 5, let's say. And yeah, and then we're out here into the little pergola area, I guess, with your barbecue, which is what I like to see, and I know Zarius likes to see, as we Aussies love our barbecues. Anyway, we'll cruise on upstairs now to what I'm guessing is the living area of the house. Nice little walkway through here. Good view of the front, backyard from here as you walk on through here, and into what I guess is the master bedroom. Good use of depth here. This is one of the only houses that I've seen that's had the bed away from the wall. I mean, I always build, for one thing, the bed right onto the wall, because it leaves more room for other decorations around the room. But the way that he's done this is he's built it with 3 levels of depth. He's got your bed, you got your base at the back, then you got a little black sort of wall to the bed, and then you got your actual bed and a couple of ferns and some shelving on it. Great job. It is a big room filler, but in this particular circumstance it does work well. I will say this much though, yeah, you got your big windows here, but still the rooms, not just this room in particular, have been a little bit bare of detail. Good use of design, but you've put so much window in this house that, by that I mean, you know, windows literally, that you haven't been able to put any other details like, you know, bookshelves and desk inside here. You know, you could have a desk over there, you know, another bedside table with a clock on it, desk over here and some shelving and a couple of paintings or something. You know, it's just, this room specifically is just a bed and some windows, which, you know, it looks nice, but it's still a bit boring. I'll say that much. So yeah, we'll cruise on round here, and so over here, here's where more seats are. But again, very, very unrealistic in that you got the whole table hanging off this one block here, which isn't even in the center. I mean, you can get away with it saying it's in the center, but you know, what's holding it up? Because it certainly isn't the chairs, and it certainly wouldn't want to be the people's legs. But yeah, other than that, I guess it still looks good, in terms of just like, you know, modern looking Minecraft. If you weren't looking at it from a realism perspective, this does look very good, and it's very flowing, and very much keeping up that idea that he gives off in the kitchen downstairs of that, you know, weightless sort of table. And also following up on the design of the chandelier works very well. This whole house is quite flowing, so it's not necessarily a bad thing that it's unrealistic, because it still flows. But if you were going for realism, mate, yeah, that isn't very realistic. You know, you wouldn't walk into a display home and see something like that, is what I mean. Anyway, we'll cruise on over here, and got another small little living room area. Some big seats and a little coffee table here, looking at just a shelf with a small window in it. Nice pot plant on it. Good rug. Kept that same theme of the rug going straight through the house. Good color palette choice as well. Kept that up everywhere. Good use of beacons as well as lamps. They work well, and especially even if it's night time as well, they do actually give off quite a little bit of light. Good use of rug as well here. What I might suggest for this little pergola area though is, you know, maybe having a couple of seats out here probably wouldn't kill you. Maybe just, you know, just over here, and just over here as well. You know, that probably could add quite a little bit to the build. But all in all, very good looking, my friend. You've done well. From a realism perspective, There are some things in this build that aren't very realistic. You wouldn't see those kinds of things in a display home because they're unethical when it comes to structural integrity, let's say. But, you know, other than that, you know, you've done well. It's a big modern mansion. It's very, very flowing. Good use of color palettes, good use of depth, and I like it. It's very, very nice and a good addition to Flowville. And I highly suggest to Zarius, if you're watching this, that you go and check this build out. It's a good one. So yeah, I'll just quickly tag on to the end of this as well. I'm sorry to you guys who have been waiting for another video. It's been 2 weeks since I've posted up another video. Unfortunately, I've become so busy. Not only have I had schoolwork obviously to be focusing on, but I just went through a week of work placement for my tertiary education course for school that counts towards my HSC. I have to do a week of work placement in year 11 and a week of work placement in year 12. So I've just finished that week of work placement, and that was very early hour starts to late hour finishes. So, and that was running all week, so that cut a week out. And then the week before that I was having exams and I couldn't upload. So I am sorry. I will be trying to get back into the swing of things again. You know, and yeah, hopefully all is looking up from here. Thank you to the new subscribers that have coming through. We're on 28 so far, I believe, which is awesome. Good steady progress. Thank you guys for supporting me. I really, really do appreciate it, and I hope that you guys that do watch these videos, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me if you do. It'll help me grow and produce more videos and whatnot. And make sure you also like this video and share it with your friends and whatnot. And also make sure you check out Zarius HD. He is the builder and creator of that car there and many, many other cars. And he is a great friend of mine. Make sure you go check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, please do me a great favor, and I'll see you all in the next one.